In this video, I'll be showing you my Nintendo 3DS collection. These are all the games I have for my Nintendo 3DS. They aren't in any order, so let's get started. The first game I have for my 3DS is New Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, for $40 or $30, I wouldn't actually have this game, but the reason I actually have this game right now is because I got it very cheap. I got it dirt cheap, basically. The main reason I wouldn't buy it for $40 or $30 is because I actually think that the new Super Mario Bros. Series in general is getting very stale. I have played the one on the DS and I've played the one on the Wii, and I think that the series is getting stale. Sure, the new Super Mario Bros. 2, they've added some new power-ups and some new gimmicks and stuff, but for the main gameplay, it's getting stale to me. And some of the music they've actually retaken from the old Super Mario Brothers games and actually put it in here, which is kind of a downside, which I kind of don't like. So it's not really a new game. They've added some new elements to the game, but overall you're still playing the same thing. You're going through levels, Peach is like captured and you're trying to save Peach again, and all that stuff. So it's kind of boring to me. I wouldn't say by any means this is a bad game. Just for my taste, I think I don't really like it that much just because it's a little stale. I've already played the other ones before and it's not much different. Now, the main gist of this game is to get 1,000,000 coins. Now, supposedly, if you get 1,000,000 coins, you're supposed to get a little gift from Nintendo. I haven't seen any spoilers, but when I do get 1,000,000 coins, I'll let you know about that and stuff. And one downside I have about this game is that the game is too easy. Since you're trying to get 1,000,000 coins, everywhere you look, you're getting coins. So by the end of the first world, you can already have like 50 or 60 lives. The game is very easy. That's one downside of the game. I wish they would have made it a little bit easier, but hey, what can I say? And they also give you a Tanuki suit. If you die 5 times, that makes you invincible so that you can run through the level. If you don't know how to beat it, like if you die too many times, they'll give you a suit that makes you beat the level easily, which is kind of another downside that I don't like. But you don't have to pick up that suit. If you don't want to pick up the suit, you can keep playing it. But like I said, by the time you already beaten World 1 or World 2, you'll probably have like 80 or 90 lives, which is ridiculous anyway. But there's new Super Mario Bros. 2. It's an okay game. I wouldn't say don't pick it up. It's still a very fun game, but to me, I personally think it's just a little too stale by now. So that's a new Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, the next game I have on my list is Scribblenauts Unlimited. I haven't actually had a chance to play this game. It is still sealed, because I've actually gotten a whole bunch of 3DS games, and I just got my 3DS a month ago. That's one reason this game isn't open, because I've been playing some of my other 3DS games lately, and I haven't had a chance to get to this game. This is Scribblenauts Unlimited. Now, a lot of people said this is the best in the series. I actually haven't played any of the older ones on the DS or whatnot, so this is going to be my first Scribblenauts game. Now, they do make this for the 3DS and the Wii U. I suggest if you have a Wii U, you'll probably have a better experience just because the graphics will be better and you'll have a bigger screen to see what's happening. So I suggest if you're getting Unlimited to get it for the Wii U, not the 3DS, but I got it anyway. This is Scribblenauts Unlimited. The next game I have, this is also not opened yet. This is Rayman Origins. Now, the Rayman games have been pretty good lately, like Origins and Legends. Now, unfortunately, they don't make Legends for the 3DS. I thought they made it for the 3DS, but they actually don't make it for the 3DS. So if Ubisoft is listening to this video, maybe you should make it for the 3DS, because I'm looking for Rayman Legends on the 3DS. Yes, they do make it on 360, PS3, the Wii U and stuff, but not for the 3DS. But nonetheless, Rayman Origins is a good game. I haven't actually played it yet, but I've seen a lot of gameplay and a lot of reviews and stuff, and everyone's been saying this game's a good game. But anyway, this is Rayman Origins. This is just a platforming game, just like Mario, but with a different character, basically. This is still a 2D platformer. And anyway, there it is, Rayman Origins. Now, the next game I have is one of the biggest games, maybe, of 2013 for 3DS, I would have to say. It's Pokemon X and Y. I did pick up Pokemon Y just because I got the limited edition Pokemon Y system. I was going to get the X and the X system, but they were actually all sold out. That's why I have Y. I do personally like the legendary on Pokemon X, the little fairy deer type thing, whatever it's called. I forgot what it's called at the moment. But anyway, this is Pokemon Y. Now, I have been a long time Pokemon fan since the very beginning. My very first game growing up was Pokemon Red and Blue. Those are my very first games. And I am no stranger to the Pokemon series. Yes, it all comes down to that it is still the very same Pokemon game you either love or hate. Nothing's going to change about it. But since there's so much visual improvements, it's almost like a new game. Seeing your Pokemon battling on screen in full 3D makes you get attached to the Pokemon. You feel like you have a connection to the Pokemon, just because when they die they like make a little screeching noise and they actually fall over and stuff. So overall, I do like the improvements of this game. I'm about 30 or 40 hours into it. The only thing I don't like about the game, I would actually have to say, is that it's a little bit kiddish for my style. Coming from the older Pokemon games, I would have to say this is a little kiddie for me, especially since you don't have a rival anymore. You have these kids that follow you around. The story's based towards more kid related instead of the mature audience. So if you're a fan of the Pokemon series and you've been playing for a long time, you may be disappointed with the actual story aspect of the game. I would have to say the story's not that cool, but they did do some fan service to the older Pokemon players like me that's been playing for a long time. You do actually get the very first starters from Blue and Red in here, which is very, very cool. That's like nostalgic to me because that was my very first handheld game growing up, so that's very cool. You get to pick from the very first starters they've ever made, which is pretty cool. Overall, this is a very good game. I do like it, just the story's a little bit too kiddie for me, but other than that, this is Pokemon Y. Now, the next game I have is Fire Emblem Awakening. This may also be one of the other best games of 2013. A lot of people say this is almost a 10 out of 10 game, or 9.8, 9.6. Very good game. I have played the older Fire Emblems. All the Fire Emblems in the series are pretty much very good if you can get any of them. The only one I really don't like is Shadow Dragon. It's a little bit no good, basically. But anyway, this is Fire Emblem Awakening. This does have some of the best graphics you can see on the 3DS, so if you're looking for graphics and stuff, definitely check this game out. The cutscenes are just beautiful in this game. You won't be disappointed. Now, this is a strategy RPG. If you've never played a Fire Emblem game to date, I would have to say that you should play the Fire Emblem Awakening, just because they added new modes for new beginners that never played the Fire Emblem series. Usually, after you've played a battle and you died, the characters that died are your army men that died would never come back. They'll be dead for the rest of the 40-hour campaign or 30-hour campaign, however long it is. But in this game, they've actually added a mode where you can take away permadeath. That means that after you're done with the battle, whoever died in that fight or in that little battle will come back the next battle, so they're not dead permanently for the whole entire game. So this game's kind of more trying to get the newcomers to play Fire Emblem. So definitely get this game if you've never played Fire Emblem. Now, the only real downside I have about the Fire Emblem series is that the Fire Emblem series is a little bit too slow paced. If you don't really like slow RPGs or not action RPGs, this may not be your cup of tea, but I personally like it and stuff. Basically what this game is, I'll just sum it up, is it's like chess or checkers. You're just moving men around a board until you hit another one, and then they'll automatically fight. You don't get to fight or anything. It's automatically animated on the screen, so they'll fight for you. Then you can kill their army. But overall, this is a very good game. Definitely check it out. Fire Emblem Awakening. The next game I have for the 3DS is Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. One of my favorite RPGs of all time has to be the Kingdom Hearts series. I'm a die-hard Kingdom Hearts fan just because I've been playing it ever since the beginning. I actually got the first Kingdom Hearts when it came to America. I actually pre-ordered it, and I actually got it the very first day it ever came out in America. I do like it. Now, don't be fooled that it has Disney characters in it. This is one of the best series out there. You may think, well, why is there Disney characters actually in the game? Because that's a little too kiddie. But actually, it is a very good game. It's a mashup between Final Fantasy and Disney combined in one game. This is an action RPG where you're actually battling stuff in real time. Now, the only thing about it is that it's mostly a button masher, but if you can get over that it's a button masher, it is a very good game. Now, out of all the Kingdom Hearts they've ever made, I would have to say this is my least favorite. I still do like it. From the core gameplay, it is very much a Kingdom Hearts game, but the story is what makes me shy away from the game, just because you're playing two stories at once. You're playing Zora's and you're playing a Riku's story at one time, which is kind of confusing. So if you've never played a Kingdom Hearts game, I would say don't start with this game, just because it's a little confusing. The story is confusing, it doesn't make sense, and you're playing two at once, and so it's hard to remember. Overall, this is still very much a Kingdom Hearts game, just not my cup of tea, but I still do play. It's just not my favorite in terms of story, but the gameplay is amazing. Still the Kingdom Hearts gameplay you've become to love or hate, but there it is, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. The last game I have on my list is Mario Kart 7. Out of all the Mario Kart games to date, I would have to say this is not my very favorite Mario Kart game. My very favorite Mario Kart game to date would have to be Mario Kart DS, just because it has so much content in it, and I played that the most out of any Mario Kart they've ever produced before. But this game is very, very, very addicting and very fun. If you like kart racing, unrealistic driving, and you love killing your opponents or whatnot, definitely pick up Mario Kart 7. This is a very good game for the DS, and this is basically geared towards online play. So if you don't have internet capabilities, I suggest don't buy Mario Kart 7. Now let me talk about what's disappointing to me in this game. The main thing that is disappointing to me about the Mario Kart 7 game is that since it's based around online play, you can't really play if you don't have internet connection. And second of all, there's not a lot of content in this like the Nintendo DS one, Mario Kart DS, because you don't have like a mission mode. You can't play mission mode, and you can't play versus mode. That kind of turned me off from this game, because you can't play a versus mode with the computer. So if you're out and about and you don't have internet connection, you can't play versus mode with the computer, which kind of sucks. So basically you're either connected all the time or you really don't play it, because outside of the online mode of this game, there's basically not a lot of modes you can play by yourself if you don't have internet. So this is more towards internet connection, but still a very good game of the series. I do really like this game. I just wish it had versus mode. Nintendo, why didn't you not put versus mode in this game? It would have made it 10 times better. I would have almost gave it a perfect score, but overall it's still a very good game. And peace out. See you guys later in my next video. And if you would like to add me, just comment me or PM me if you'd want to get my Nintendo 3DS friend code. And peace out. I'm out.